What's up, everybody? So let's talk about Jonathan Majors and his ex-girlfriend, Grace Jabbari. Honey, Grace is suing Jonathan over battery and defamation accusations. Ooh, yeah, honey, she is coming for his neck. And I'm guessing Grace saying that him being guilty last year was not enough. She was going to go for his pocket. She was going to hit him where it hurts. Months after Jonathan Majors was found guilty of assault of his ex-girlfriend Grace in a 2023 incident, Grace has sued him over accusations that he physically and verbally abused her during their nearly 2-year relationship. The suit filed by Grace Jabbari on Tuesday in a New York federal court accuses Jonathan of battery, assault, intentional infliction of emotional distress, malicious persecution, and defamation. The case stems from a pattern of pervasive domestic abuse that began in 2021 and extended through 2023, the suit reads. Now, this suit comes just 3 months after the New York jury found Jonathan guilty of 1 count of reckless assault in the 3rd degree and a non-criminal charge of harassment as a violation relating to a domestic dispute with Grace in March of 2023. Jonathan could face up to a year in prison for the assault conviction. He also faces a maximum of 15 days in jail and a $250 fine for the harassment violation. Sentencing, initially set for February, was recently moved to April. The lawsuit alleges that Jonathan kept denying committing acts of assault even after being convicted. Even in an exclusive interview that aired on January 8th with ABC News' Lindsay Davis, and that he made defamatory statements against Grace. Jonathan continued to show an utter lack of remorse for his actions and inability to be deterred from future similar conduct, the lawsuit says. When publicly confronted with Grace's numerous allegations of abuse, Jonathan has called her a liar at every turn and very specifically claimed that he has never put his hands on a woman, with the goal of convincing the world that Grace is not a victim of domestic abuse, but instead a crazy liar who should be treated as such. Jonathan's attorney, Pyra Chaudhry, said in a statement to CNN, "This is no surprise. Mr. Majors is preparing counterclaims against Ms. Jabbari." The lawsuit says that Jonathan began exhibiting concerning behaviors as early as September 2021. The first episodes of violence happened less than a year later, Jabbari claims. Physical and verbal assaults continued to occur until the March 2023 domestic violence incident in New York, for which Jonathan was convicted, the lawsuit alleges. Grace is seeking more than $75,000 in compensation and punitive damages, according to the lawsuit. The first time he physically attacked Grace was in July 2022, the lawsuit alleges, when he shoved her into the shower door and then threw her body into the shower wall. In another incident in September 2022, Jonathan assaulted Grace and pushed Grace so hard that it bruised her backside, the lawsuit says. As Grace tried to get up and leave the house, Jonathan picked Grace up in the air and threw her against the hood of her car, according to the court documents. When Grace screamed for help, Jonathan forcefully grabbed Grace, placing her in a headlock, and put his hand over her mouth to prevent someone from hearing her cries for help. He brought Grace back into their house and held his hands around her neck, stating that he wanted to unalive her and that he was going to unalive her. Jonathan then started hitting Grace's head against the marble floor while strangling her until she felt she could no longer breathe. Later, Jonathan was furious after Grace told a member of Jonathan's team about the incident. Jonathan also texted Grace to express concerns over the implications that disclosing the assault would have on his career, according to the lawsuit. "I fear you have no perspective of what could happen if you go to the hospital," Jonathan said. They will ask you questions, and as I don't think you can actually protect us, it could lead to an investigation, even if you do lie and they suspect something. Grace responded that she was in physical pain according to court documents. Nothing is fake about the pain my body is currently in, Grace said, according to the suit. I will tell the doctor I bumped my head if I go. I'm going to give it one more day, but I can't sleep and I need some stronger painkillers. In the March 2023 incident, the lawsuit alleges Jonathan caused Grace to sustain a broken finger and laceration behind her ear. After his arrest, Jonathan on June 21st filed a knowingly false criminal complaint against Grace, alleging that Grace had abused him in the incident. The Manhattan District Attorney declined to prosecute the complaint against Grace because it lacks prosecutorial merit, a spokesperson for the district attorney stated. Following the December verdict against Jonathan, the actor was dropped from several projects. Marvel Studios said it would not be moving forward on any future projects with Jonathan. He will also no longer play basketball player Dennis Rodman in a proposed film. Grace Jabbari's resolve has never wavered. She has shown tremendous bravery in her quest for accountability. Grace's attorney, Brittany Henderson, stated, "This action will shed light on the truth, bringing her the finality and justice that she deserves." And I don't really have too much to say about this. I will wait until other stuff comes out about this whole situation. Y'all know I've expressed how I feel about this situation. Y'all can go back to them other videos of mine. But what I will say is this. If you are with someone and you see that they are toxic, walk away. Just simple as that. Don't care how much you love that person. If they are toxic, they are toxic. And there's probably not too much that you can do to change them. Jonathan said that she's a liar, but he stayed with her though. And truth be told, I feel like Jonathan is toxic and Grace is toxic too. So two toxic people love each other. So that's why they stayed. And with him staying though, look what it cost him. Look what it's costing him when he could have just really walked away. And honestly, I'm not into pointing the finger at one specific person because in this case, I really think that both Grace and Jonathan were toxic in this relationship. He did his part. She did her part. You know? So no one is innocent in this whole situation, right? But anyway, y'all, what y'all think about Grace suing Jonathan for assault and defamation? Y'all know what y'all gotta do. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Share this video, like this video. And y'all know what y'all gotta do. Stay tuned for the next video. Bye.